Welcome to your practice, to the kriya for March 2018. So this is the kriya for the first chakra, for the low back, the pelvis, the connection of your feet to your body, the legs to the hips, your mobility, your safety, your sense of welcome in any given moment. Am I home? Really, when these lines are open, wherever we're walking, we're at home. That when these lines are open, we're willing to take risk because we feel safe and we feel accepted. So even if it's unfamiliar, all the more reason to go a little at a time and to do what you can, and to know that every time I come to this, I start out slowly and I make my way in a little at a time. So I'll always set up the postures modified, and the more you practice, the more you can skip that modification and really move right to the place in the pose that you're working. So that said, we're going to tune in, looking for guidance, looking for comfort. Rub your palms sitting tall, tuning into our teachers and all those who have taught them. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me that teaches me. People, books, pencils, papers, everything I can study and learn and know. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me that teaches me. My interests, my diligence, my devotion, my failures, my misgivings. I am growing. So, with me, Om Namo Guru Dev Namo Om Namo Guru Dev Namo Om begin. So I have two blocks which are less important, but a strap and a blanket. So I want you to get set before we start the music that you're seated and your heels are wide. So if your hamstrings are tight, feel free to add, you can put towels under the back edges of your thighs, or you can sit so that your pelvis can really be quite square. If you don't need the blanket, then you don't need to sit on anything, but set yourself up in a way that feels safe through the backs of your hamstrings. Okay? Your strap is going to come right behind you. And so this is why the asana work, the warm-up that we just did, is so important. If you haven't done it, it's right there whenever you like. Okay? So seated on your blanket or padding under here. I don't suggest blocks under the knees because really they're too hard, too angular, but set yourself up as you need to. We start at Orleans. That's your playlist. And we go. So starting out, hands on either side, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling the other side. We go, just to fold and rise. Exhale, inhale. Close your eyes when you're there. And we just start to warm up, and yours might be moving an inch or two at a time. And that's fantastic. And with each fold, we're going to add a mantra of har as you fold, hare as you sit. Har, hare, har, hare, har, hare, har, hare, har, hare. Har is the sound of creation, as though saying, I make, I am made. I make, I am made. Hare, har, hare, har. Now as you can, you're going to hold that strap behind your back so that you can start to lift your hands a little bit over the shoulders. If you don't need the strap, then you would interlace your fingers and let your hands rise up over your shoulders. And the mantra, har, hare, adjustment you need, keep going. You make it as small as it needs to be, and you settle in and you let it change you. Hare, har, hare, har, hare, har, hare, har, hare, har. Keep going. Let it melt through the resistance of I can't, or I don't want to, or it's unfamiliar, and just get as steady as you can, so that the more often that you do this, the easier it is to simply settle in and find that rhythm and find that breath. Har, hare, har, hare, har, hare, har, hare. Spread your toes as though standing on your feet. Hare, har, hare, har, hare, har, hare, har, hare, har. One more. Har, hare, har. Sit tall, hands on your thighs. Pause a moment. If you've done this a while, you want to keep go, don't break. Just keep going. But just to feel, to notice what you're making, and now we'll add on. Left to center to right to left to center we go. On. Har, hare, center, har, hare, right, har, hare, left, har, hare, center, har, hare, right, har, hare, 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 har, hare. 20 seconds. Hare, har, 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 hare, har. One more set. Har, hare, har, hare, har. And sitting tall, hands on your thighs, eyes closed, be very still. Notice from the soles of your feet, up through the chest, up through the crown of your head. I am welcome. I am home. I am whole. Now, if there's any rounding in your back still, and you're not on a blanket, I want you to add that blanket so you are seated so squarely on your pelvis. And bring your palms together. Any adjustment you need, you make it now. Tiny motions. In left, out right. But I want you to move your hands right from the soles of your feet, right from the backs of your legs. In, out, in, out, in, out. Your pelvis moving as if you were walking. Bring your hands the height of your heart. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Let your hands come higher, the height of your head. Keep working, keep really anchoring into the backs of the thighs, the inner thighs, getting your perineum, the base of your pelvis, right down into the floor, hands the height of the crown of your head. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Right from the soles of your feet. It is not easy. It is asking you to press down to rise up. Build roots of light and ability. Go. Axe in, axe in. Arms as straight as you can, just in front of you, leaning a little bit forward. If you need to, you bring it down. 10, 9, 8, 7. You can do it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And keep the rhythm. Hands come down, elbows. Hands, elbows, the height of your shoulders, height of your heart. Now imagine if that was a tree and we were building branches. Now we're building the trunk. And in, X, let it get bigger, looser. Turn in the spine, the chin, the head. Go. In, out. Right from the legs. Go. Without force, without any harm in your body, but really rooting down, freeing the hips, freeing the pelvis, freeing your emotions. Again, it can get really small and soft if it needs to. But Yogi Bhajan describes this movement, let it be wild if you like. Centering and setting down. Just noticing. From the soles of your feet, up the legs, through the body to the crown of the head. And we're going to come to lie down on your back. Your heels are wider than your mat. Now we'll start out with a modification by bending your knees and hold the outer thighs. We'll make Sitali breath, which means curl your tongue into a tube and breathe in and out through that tube. Like a little straw. It's a cooling breath. Or put the tip of your tongue behind your teeth and breathe through your cheeks if you can't find the breath with the tongue rolled up. You'll feel your cheeks get cooler. So keep that breath nice and strong. Hold the outer thighs, roll up to extend your legs, and sit tall. Now if you can do that and you're ready, take your hands to your inner thighs and sit tall. So it's a little more challenging. Keep the breath. Rolling up, sitting tall. The full gesture, the full kriya, we'll put the hands in a diamond like this over the low belly. You don't hold the thighs and you don't bend the legs. So your legs stay long. Keep your legs nice and clear. When you sit up at the top, the feet are flexed, the legs are long as you can. And if you need to, you go back to holding your inner thighs. If you need to, you go back to holding the outer thighs to help you roll up. And again, little at a time, day after day, this is what starts to make a difference. You'll get stronger and longer, just for 10. pause just for a moment. Let yourself rest, shake out your feet, shake out your knees, wagging the tail. Release your hips and hip flexors. You can massage them, you can stroke them if you need to. Helps a lot just to sort of smooth them out as though you were flicking water off of your body. But feeling all the circulation here in the low belly, low pelvis, out through the thighs, out through the feet. Maybe even tingling in your feet. Walk your feet in. Last place to go, roll up and build your frog pose. So this is where the blocks are helpful. You set your toes wide and your heels together, and they stay in this position even as we straighten the legs. Heels stay high. If you can't, then you set a blanket behind you and put your heels down on that blanket and then continue from there. And this is very good. Work your way in as you can. So then the blocks come underneath. Holding the outer edge gives you a little bit of height. I'll turn so you can see. Inhale as you lift your hips, drop your head, exhale sitting down. Now we're going to pump the belly twice. Holding the breath out. 1, 2. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale down. 1, 2. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1, 2. In and out. Pump, pump. Pump, pump. Pump, pump. Pump, pump. One more. Take one of your blocks, set it behind you, legs crossed, and be still, hands on your thighs. So you can smooth your thighs. Any cross-legged seat that suits you, so that the body is quiet, the spine is tall. Once you're settled, just find that simple 4 counts in and 4 counts out. The breath long and smooth all the way. 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4, in. 2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4, in. 2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4, in. 2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3. Continue. Breath becoming very smooth and very even. The heart lightly lifted, the chin lightly in. fold will come to lie all the way down. The track that follows is an 8-minute Shavasana. You lie back. If you choose, lay the blanket over your low belly. Keep all of the hips and the legs warm. Come to rest. Stay for the length of that track. The body long and quiet. So that when you're done, you'll roll to your side and roll to a seat. And you'll bring your palms together. And sitting tall, you'll put your hands to your forehead center. Sat Nam. Thank you for your practice. Rest well.